I'd rather wake up tomorrow than get $1 billion. So when I wake up, I'm acting as if somebody just gave me something that valuable.
Gratitude, man. This is the last thing we talked about last time, but I feel like it is the single most important thing as far as like being grounded, causing me to not compare myself to other people. You notice all the guys I told you about, like you guys are all doing better than me, and I'm fully aware of it, and nothing but admiration for all of you, and it's done nothing but pull me up. I text you the first time we did, was it 200 grand a month? I can't remember, but I text you and I said, thank you. Do you remember this? Yeah.
I remember a text something like that.
Yeah. And now we're doing 600. And I remember saying, I followed it.
Now you don't call.
Huh? What do you mean?
You called me at 2, but when you're at 6, fuck Brad.
But not only did I go see you in Frisco, but then I invited you on my show. And I'm telling you now. So thank you. But like, you guys are an inspiration. Seeing someone do it made it easier for me. I look at you guys almost like older frat brothers or older siblings or upperclassmen, right? And so that's one of the things that I've learned. But like one of the things that keeps me humble and I never feel like I'm chasing, and I love every minute of this journey, is the gratitude that I get to do. I get to talk on a microphone for a living. Holy shit. I can't imagine that. When I think about going through survival school or being in a burning fucking airplane in Abu Dhabi, compared to that, this is a dream. I can't believe I get to do this. My girlfriend is the hottest woman I've ever seen in my entire life. I live in an apartment exactly where I've always wanted to live. Everything I always wanted to do, I get to do, and I have gratitude for it. And I look at other people, like, I'm not making $3 million a month like Wes, but I don't in any point feel any level of envy. I'm just like so happy for Wes, and then I want to learn what he's doing. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Can you talk about how gratitude affects you? And was it part of how you were able to help grow Lightspeed VT into something so big?
I mean, ultimately, yes. I think gratitude lends itself to everything in your life successful, if you're doing it right. But to me, gratitude stems from, ultimately perspective. So as an example, and I've said this before, matter of fact, this video is probably the most viral video I've ever done, which is, if I gave you like $10 million, how would you feel? And people say, oh, I'd feel incredible. It would be amazing. No one could ruin my day. It'd be so freaking unbelievable. Nothing would bother me. And I say, great. So would you take the 10 million if you couldn't wake up tomorrow? People are like, well, of course not. So you realize that waking up is worth more than $10 million. They're like, oh yeah, I guess it is. I believe that. So when I wake up in the morning, I have the advantage over most people because I'm immediately that grateful. I've trained my brain to do it, by the way. So it wasn't overnight. But now, dude, if you really think about what I just said, waking up is worth more than 10 million. And it's probably worth more than 100 million. It might be worth more than $1 billion. It is to me. I'd rather wake up tomorrow than get $1 billion. So when I wake up, I'm acting as if somebody just gave me something that valuable.
Yeah.
And the world changes. Everything changes. That's why, again, like everything changes. Like your challenges and problems become opportunities and opportunities. Again, opportunities are everywhere, but people wake up all bummed out and pissed off because they got to pay their rent and they don't have it. And now they're bummed and they're pissed and they're mad at the president and they're mad at their girlfriend and they're mad at somebody else and they're blaming everybody else. Why? Because they're not grateful they woke the fuck up. You get to figure out how to pay your rent. And by the way, I've been homeless. People, oh, you've never been homeless, Brad. It's easy for you to say. You're rich. It's easy for you to say.
You were selling cars. You said you slept in your car at one point.
Oh, I slept in my car many times. One time we were in a T-top in California and the fucking police helicopter came around with the spotlight and fucking cops roll up. They wake us up, tell us to move. We're like, whoa, okay. And his name was Richard Ramirez.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah.
He was walking.
This is the 90s.
He was in the fucking area.
Dude, you're in Riverside. God damn.
And I'm sleeping in a fucking car with T-tops. So again, I've been homeless. I've been all kinds of shit, dude. I dropped out of fucking school in the 11th grade. Ran off. Got kicked out of my house. I never should have been successful. But the gratitude, I didn't learn that till 40 years old. But it's a hack that I share with people because if you just stop trying to fucking think, man, and just realize there's a difference. If you get to wake up in the morning, you should act as if you got something extremely valuable. And if you do and you go click and your mind goes click, thank God, thank whoever, thank God I get another day. Everything else is easy. I always say there's no such thing as a bad day. The question is how good will it get? But it's not bad unless you don't wake up, right?
Yeah.
If I don't wake up, that's a bad day. If I wake up, it's a good day. Now, it might turn into a bad day because I die. But in other words, if you're alive, man, dude, be extremely grateful, and your perspective shifts to opportunity and optimism. And if you just do that the rest of your life, even if you don't make another dime, even if you don't do anything better, if you just think more positively,
Yeah.
your life is better and you will fucking love it.
Your experience is better and your performance is better. Yeah, and there's plenty of science behind that. Absolutely. Definitely. Way better way to live my life. I think it took my dad dying in order for me to come to that realization. A drunk driver killed my dad in like 2006, and it was just one of these things where like let go and you kind of come to that realization, like all the other things you have to be grateful for.